Welcome to the webinar. In this video, we're going to discuss high-speed techniques that you can use with Accelerator. So let's say you have some text that you want to read in the Accelerator. You paste the text, you click read, and I want to show you the default settings for Accelerator. Right now, the default settings are 300 words per minute. It blinks one word at a time. The window width is 600 pixels. The height is 200. The font size is 70. The color is red, and so on and so forth. Now, I want to go through each one of these and how you can modify them if you're really trying to go at a much faster rate. These high-speed techniques that I'm talking about, really, a high-speed rate is anything 600 words a minute and higher. So if you're wondering what the average reading speed is, it's 200 words per minute. So if you're at 600, that's 3 times faster. So I'm considering a high-speed rate anything that's 3 times faster than average. Now, how do you go at that kind of a speed? Some of you may have been using Accelerator and you're running into maybe a ceiling on your reading speed. Maybe you can't get above 400 or 500 words a minute with comprehension is what I mean. How do you start getting above those rates? Well, obviously you're practicing maybe the speed drills that we covered in this course, but there are some other things that you need to know how to modify Accelerator in order to start achieving those high speed rates. So, first of all, let's try this out. If we were trying to go 600 words per minute, one word at a time, I want to show you what that looks like. This is 600 words a minute, one word at a time. Now, for most people, that's pretty fast. That's 3 times average, but I want to show you an easy way that you can read that faster, no problem. If I just change the chunk size from 1 to 3, it's going to be a lot easier to read. Now, for some of you, this is going to still be fast, but it's easier than just one word at a time. Here we go. You see how that's a little more manageable. Now, another thing I want you to note while we're doing this is sometimes it will drop a line. Like you see right over there. I can't quite get it. But sometimes it'll drop down. It'll show 2 words, 2 lines instead of just one, like right here. Now, if you want to modify that, you need to either change the font size to a lower number, maybe from 70 to, let's say, 55. And you can change the window width. Right now it's at 600. If you expanded this to 850, that drop, that second line is not going to happen. And it'll be easier actually to read. So you see right now 600 words a minute, a smaller font, and a wider width. A little easier to read. Now, how can we make it even easier? Well, there are a few other things we can do. One thing I like to do, I like to change the font color to something that works for me. Dark blue is usually my choice. You pick whatever works for you. And the next thing that I like to look at is the advanced panel here. Let me show you the advanced settings. A lot of people forget about these, and these are really the key or the secret or with the trick to reading faster with Accelerator. The first setting you want to enable right here is speed variability. What does that do? Well, it slows down for larger chunks of text, and it speeds up for smaller chunks, so the average reading speed will stay the same. So for example, we all know when we're reading, sometimes you have small paragraphs, sometimes you have really long paragraphs. On the longer paragraphs, it'll go a little more slowly, and on the very short paragraphs, it'll go a little faster. That's useful. Now, what else is useful? Starting this next setting, you want to enable that as well. Start a new chunk at the end of sentences and paragraphs. So instead of just going 3 words at a time indefinitely, every so often we know that we get to the end of a sentence, like right here, the sentence ends, and then there's another sentence that's starting right here. Well, wouldn't it be nice if it just blinked 2 words at a time right here instead of 3? We know we set it at 3, but you can override that by checking off this next box right here that says start a new chunk at the end of sentences and paragraphs. So now when it gets to the end over here, it's only going to blink 2 words, and then it'll continue with the next sentence, the first 3 words of it. So that's another way you can get better comprehension going at a faster rate. Now, another advanced setting you want to check off if you're trying to go at a rate of 600 words per minute or more is this right here. Slight pause at the end of sentences and paragraphs. Here's what this does. When you get to the end of a sentence, it's just going to make a very subtle pause, or at the end of a paragraph, so you know that's the completion of an idea. That will help you get better comprehension. And then this is really what's going to help you go a lot faster. If you check off this last setting, skipping over stop words which convey no additional meaning to the sentence. So for example, words like the word the word an. And any other word that you want to add to this list can be skipped over by Accelerator, and that will enable you to go at a faster rate as well. So for example, if you had a sentence like, the boy jumped over the fence, what if you just had the words blinked on the screen, boy jump fence? 3 words instead of, all of those other words. That would make it easier to go at a rate of 600, 700, 800, 900, or 1,000 or more words per minute. And this is really the trick that you can use to go faster if you're using the Accelerator app. So try these different things out, and I hope they'll help you to go a lot faster using the Accelerator application.